don't like Game of Thrones, me. I think it's Dungeons and Dragons just doesn't do it for me. And all you peasants out there, all you fans are going to wait till next year for a new series. Sucks to be you, doesn't it? Get out. Go away. It's me, it's that K-I-N-G, and yes, it's that time of the bastard week again, where we take a look at the WTF Moments from WWE Raw, the last before the rosters gone their separate ways. Let we go. And we kick off with a sign this week, and the sign that read Harambe, you know, that gorilla that pulled the child into the enclosure before being shot dead by the zookeepers. For GM, for General Manager of WWE Raw. I mean, that's just so inappropriate. It's about a dead gorilla, you sick We're moving on from gorillas to elephants, and that massive elephant in the room from last night's WWE Raw. The term lady balls. Lady balls. And of course, Stephanie, of course they're bigger than regular male testicles. Just anything to make you that much bigger and better than us lowly blokes, you f***ing selfish cow. Anything to put you over. Lady balls. What a load of sh**. Here we have a direct quote from Shane McMahon. Tomorrow, when you wake up Wednesday when the draft is over. Raw takes place on a Monday night, so tomorrow would be Tuesday, not Wednesday, Shane. You silly goose. Mick Foley's the new General Manager of Raw. Well, spank me sideways and call me Jenny. I didn't see that coming, did you? I don't think anybody did. We all expected Triple H to come back, but he wasn't there. But it just makes no sense, does it? What about the McMahon-Helmsley era back in 2000? You know, they put Mick through hell, and then Triple H put Mick into, you know, retirement for the first time. Is that all that just forgotten? I mean, oh no, wait, yeah, it does make sense because Mick has a f***ing network show to plug, which I'm sure he'll be doing every time he's on the bastard screen. Holy Foley, I'm not looking forward to that at all. Holy Foley. And yes, poor old Mickey, quite frankly, could not remember his lines. We had Stephanie awkwardly telling him in his ear what to say next. Prompt after prompt after prompt. I mean, I like Mick, so I don't want to make a joke at his expense, but those chair shots, you know, the several thousand that The Rock gave him at the Royal Rumble back in the day. I think it was the Royal Rumble. Was it the Royal Rumble? It was the Royal Rumble. So yes, we've cleared that up. It looks like they're all catching up to poor old Mickles. Poor old Saint Mick. Yes. I wonder how he'll deal with it when he's in the ring on his own, though. Ooh. Daniel Bryan's the General Manager of Smack Diddly Down. Well, I suppose that isn't really a WTF moment at all, is it? Because the whole bloody world knew, didn't they? I mean, WWE released some sort of press statement that read, yes, movement comes to SmackDown as the bloody title. And I mean, f***ing hell, the silly gooses. Big pop, though. Good choice, Shane. Nice, popular choice. I'm sure it'll work out well. Yes! Get the f*** in there, it's John O'Clock for the first time this week, and that moment where John said that he is great, I repeat, great at what he does. Oh my, now he can't have meant commentary because we all know he is f***ing shit at that. He must have meant providing me, the king of WTF, with John O'Clock moments, an endless supply that will just never run out because he's shocking at commentary. Awful, he's the worst ever, the worst ever. It's 5 past, John, we're back on a rapid fire ting in the moment where he said, imagine drafting the Shield a year ago. Even though we all know fine well that they split up over 2 years ago. Ah, John, just too easy this week. Too easy, Bonnie lad, too easy. That moment where The Miz said that Bob Backlund can't teach Darren Young how to be an Intercontinental Championship. I mean, I suppose he's right, isn't he? He can't teach a superstar, a living male, to be a metal and leather strap belt thing. You f***ed up, Miz. That's the what the f*** moment here. You f***ed up big time, and I pounced on it like a tiger. Hear me roar. The Miz goes Mizane in the membrane. Oh. Bad one. Anyway, that moment where The Miz interfered in the Darren Young and Alberto Del Rio match, presumably to cost Young the match. But then he stayed on the apron and helped the referee while Del Rio had Darren Young in the pin, preventing the referee from counting the pinfall that he presumably wanted. Then when Darren Young, he just made a f***ing mess of it, didn't he? And then to cap it all off, When he got knocked off the apron, this allowed Darren Young to win. I mean, he completely reversed what he was trying to do. So Miz made a mess of that once, the point I'm getting at. He just f***ed it up royally, completely. Now, I know it's a new era and all this malarkey, but it's still PG, isn't it? WWE programming is still PG. And there we had Enzo Amore talking about women not wanting to open their mouths for Luke Gallows, you know, for the blozzle jobs and all that malarkey. He was hitting at that sort of thing, and syphilis was brought up, and then we had the New Day talking about wanking. Good Lord, I can't believe I was hearing such smut on PG television. I was disgusted. Toilet humour, gutter things, awful. And then we had the whole announced team asking us if we saw what happened to the New Day inside that Wyatt compound, if we knew that the New Day would never be the same again. They obviously didn't watch the bloody compound scene because it was a 50-50 fight. It was pretty even, and the Wyatts just let New Day go relatively unscathed, didn't they? They weren't affected at all. I know this is the third video in a row I've said this, but give me, it's a dilapidated boat any day of the week. So much better. Final Deletion just smacked that compound out the park, I tell you. How f***ing long did that promo sequence with Enzo and Cass and Cena and the New Day and the club go on for? They were talking, then there was commercials, and then they were talking, and there was the commercials, and there was the commercials some more, and then they were talking a bit more. It just went nowhere. It was a complete waste of time. It didn't make us laugh very much. It was just struggling to fill 3 hours much, WWE. I think you are, you little tinkers. Yes, a very good point made by Christopher just off the camera there. How are they going to fill 3 hours with half a roster next week? I don't think they're going to do it, you know. I just don't. They will. Of course they will, but, you know, still. Bring on 3 hours of wank jokes. I cannot wait. You know when Big Cass and Braun Strowman were standing face to face in the ring, you know who I was thinking of? I was thinking of Vinnie Mac. I was thinking of Vince McMahon himself having a massive erection over the massive humanity that was before him. I mean, just to show you what this was like, I've prepared a brief presentation. Hit the footage, Jimmy. Oh yeah, he likes that, doesn't he? Oh, whoa, 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 he's climaxed, he's blood everywhere. That's what happened here. We're back on John's clock again, and the moment where he claimed that Mick Foley started his career in Dallas, when of course we all know that he started at Dominic DeNucci's wrestling school and then promotion in Freedom, Pennsylvania, way back in 1986. That, JBL, that is called research. I'm going to do some speculating now. I reckon Sasha Banks paid $50 for those tights she was wearing last night on WWE Raw. And here we go with the moment when Charlotte sent at least $47 worth of them straight up her arsehole. Her arseholio. Must have been sore. But that picture there, it's, yeah, well done, Charlotte. Good work. Thank you very much. I approve. Now, to be quite honest with you, chaps, I haven't got a clue what to say about this. It's just that moment where Sheamus, and I'm going to have to do this just to fit in frame, Sheamus did his fella pose, but he had his little finger pointing out like that. Weird, wasn't it? Now then, I want you to pause this video and take to Google and type in Randy Orton WWE 12 promo, because when you do, you'll see that they used exactly the same promo from that video game on last night's WWE Raw. New era, same old. I mean, can you believe it? They used the same promo for a video game that's 4 years old on WWE Raw this week. How f***ing lazy can you get? Believe me, I know about being lazy. I really, really do. That moment when Maggle Cole said that Dean Ambrose has never, ever, ever defeated Seth Rollins in a one-on-one match. No, yes he has. He has many, many times before. I mean, how the hell's he got the WWE Championship, for crying out loud? And then I'll just refer to my notes for a second. If you go back to the May 4th edition of WWE Raw last year, you'll see Dean Ambrose pick up a singles victory against Seth Rollins. And then what about SmackDown, the September 24th edition? So he's done it, and that's not to mention the hundreds of house matches we've had recently where Seth Rollins has lost to Dean Ambrose in a singles match. and a triple threat match, and a fatal four-way match. Michael, please. Name change to WWE Championship. Fancy graphic behind Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, changed to WWE Champion. Fancy title graphic before the match, changed to WWE Championship. But the belt? No. Still says WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, f***ing hell. Keep up, lads. Right then, let's go back to that point about Dean Ambrose never defeating Seth Rollins in a one-on-one match, because according to Michael Cole, when you cash in your Money in the Bank and the referee calls for the bell and starts a new match, that just doesn't count as a proper match, apparently. He said that just, yeah, hi. How the f*** does that not count as a proper match? The referee starts it again, he rings the bell, and he rings another one, and it's a full match. I don't know how long it lasts. It's a full proper match, Michael. Oh, you're just digging a hole there, deeper and deeper and deeper. Down you go, Michael. Oh, f***'s sake. Just to clarify, when you cash in your Money in the Bank, it is a proper match. It really is. Bell to bell, new match. There we go. We've sorted that. Ambrose and Rollins head to the outside during their main event contest for the WWE Championship. The referee calls numerous times, lads, come back in, get back in. Dean Ambrose inexplicably rolls under the bottom rope to break the referee's count, which just hasn't started yet. What was he doing? Why was he hearing things? I don't know. Let's move on. Byron Saxton bringing up the good points. Well made. I mean, if that's not a WTF moment, I do not know what is. And I broke my scepter. But hey, Byron asked, what's happened to the commentators during the WWE draft? Even though WWE.com released an article with everything you need to know about the draft, but they missed off the commentators, so we don't know. That article didn't tell us everything we need to know at all. Anyway, as long as it results in bloody Mauro Ranallo and Corey Graves at the same desk on SmackDown or Raw, I don't care. I'll be a happy camper. Those kicks, Seth, they do not work. Never, ever, ever use them again, please. Thank you. That moment when Michael Cole completely undersold the Dirty Deeds DDT by calling it just a normal DDT, even though Ambrose had hit the ropes off one of those Seth Rollins corner powerbomb things. He definitely hooked the arms and then drove the Architect down. It was a Dirty Deeds, a finishing move, a potential match-ending moment, and Michael completely undersold it. Shame! Shame, Michael, shame. Shame on you all. Shame. Holy sh**. Chance during an episode of WWE Raw, Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, Mick Foley at ringside. When the f*** did I time travel back to 2001? I mean, we've got f***ing adults playing Pokemon, we've got f***ing Ghostbusters back in the cinema, we've got bloody Star Trek back. I mean, where am I? Where are we? What are we doing here as a civilized human race? That ending, and Stephanie McMahon. How can she just declare Seth Rollins the WWE Champion when we clearly saw that both men's shoulders were pinned to the mat? And what was the referee doing? Why? Could he not have just said, I think that this is a draw, rather than sit in the corner just melting into a puddle of black and white nothingness? I suppose this is just another example to us all that Stephanie McMahon is the most selfish performer in wrestling history. If it's not putting her over, making her lady bollocks look massive like grapefruits, it's just not worth doing at all, it seems. And that dancing, Steph, the Rollins music. Stop it, man. Not your age, not your shoe size, you silly mare. And that's it for this week's WTF Moments from WWE Raw. I'll see you tomorrow for the first ever SmackDown Live. I cannot wait, lads. Pumped, I'm excited. Bye.
This Monday, these men are built to destroy. After their brutal match on Loaded, Primate faces off against the Iron Man Joe Coffey in a no-holds-barred match. WWE Cruiserweight Classic contender Noam Dar gets a shot at the Ring of Honor World title as he takes on champion Jay Lethal. Rampage goes one-on-one with Big Damo as these two monsters compete to become the first ever WCPW champion. Built to Destroy, airing July 25th exclusively on WhatCulture Wrestling.